Good evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this special right here on the Riley King Network. Let's get started. First up, Pembroke Church takes town to federal court invokes recent Supreme Court decision. A Christian organization seeking to spread the word of God via electronic roadside signs is suing the town of Pembroke in federal court. The town denied its request to build a digital message board in prohibit zone on Route 3. Signs for Jesus and Hillside Baptist Church says Pembroke's zoning ordinance is unconstitutional and violates a federal law that protects religious land use. As evidence that the church faced a taller hurdle than its neighbors, it pointed in its filing at the U.S. District Court in Concord to extinguishing digital sign in the restricted zone, similar to the 8 by 4 foot one it proposed across the street. A gas station's price glow in red, and down the road the high school sign does too. Tineri said the sign ordinance makes expectation for certain content, and he invokes a recent Supreme Court decision that analysts have said presents a strict challenge under the First Amendment to content-based restrictions. Zoning board members say the two cases the church points out are expectations outside their control. They discouraged the school board in 2014 from using a digital sign, but they were immediately powerless by law over that separate governmental entity, and the high school went ahead. The gas station was grandfathered in before the zoning was adopted. The school and church are in the district that forbid electric signs, which are allowed only in the commercial district on Route 106. Churches are forbidden by zoning from the commercial district, which is located about 101,250 feet north of the Hillsborough Baptist Church. The church has a manual operated sign down the hill from its 147 Pembroke Street location. Signs for Jesus operates on electronic sign on Route 4 in Chichester, which was at first denied by that town's planning board, then later allowed, aimed a federal lawsuit. Tineri has successfully litigated religious land use cases in several New Hampshire towns. Everett Hodges, the code enforcement officer who is a named defendant in the lawsuit, referred a request for comment to Christopher Cole, an attorney for the Concord law firm of Sheehan, Finney, Bass, and Green. In its filing, the church alludes to the Supreme Court case decided in June concerning a sign ordinance in Gilbert, Arzia, that placed varying restrictions on political ideology and digital signs. The Supreme Court unanimously agreed to strike down the law there that set tougher rules for signs that direct people to Sunday church services than for signs advertising political candidates and real estate agents. But the justice divided over why the law violated the rights for the Good News Community Church. Justice Eileen Keegan, who was one of 3 justices to disagree the majority's resolution, said the way the decision was made could threaten multiple signs regulations across the country. She said that all signs ordinance would have to face the same restriction review that Gilbert's did, and many are now in jeopardy because of the decision, the Associated Press reported at the time. Analysts since have suggested the decision had far-reached coordinates beyond what the justice coordinates, for instance, is perfected in an Augusta case denied in the U.S. District Court of New Hampshire that found that the law preventing ballot selfies to be unconstitutional because it was a content-based restriction on speech that cannot survive strict security. Tanisha, the Hillsborough Baptist Church attorney, wrote that Pembroke sign ordinance has several content-based exceptions. Cole, the attorney representing the town, said the factors of Reed versus Town of Gilbert are largely, if not entirely, distinguishable from the Pembroke case. He also noted the options of the minority justice that power back on the expensive language that believe the plentiful in our case is railing on. Apart from the First Amendment issue discussed in the Supreme Court case, Tanisha also alleges that Pembroke violated the federal religious land use and intentionally person act and New Hampshire Constitution. He requested an interjection be issued that frees the Hillsborough Baptist Church from needing a permit for its sign, as well as damage award for a violation of the church's right for attorney fees. Cole said he expects to respond on behalf of the town within about 30 days. That does it for your special. For Pembroke Church takes town on federal court invokes recent Supreme Court decision. I hope you enjoy. Have a great rest of your night, everyone. Bye.